Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be discussing my experience with online school or homeschool, and just kind of my experience, why I chose to do it and the benefits of doing it. A lot of people have been asking me questions about homeschool and online school and what's it like, how it's different to mainstream school, why I chose to do it. So I just decided to kind of just film a video just explaining it a little bit. First of all, what is it? There's different types, I guess you could say, of homeschool. The first type of homeschool is like complete homeschool, where your teachers and your whole school is just your home. You and your guardians or parents, you make up your own syllabus, you do everything yourself, you grade yourselves against your own criteria. Everything's kind of done yourself. And then there's the type of school that's kind of online school, so it's an actual school, but and they like run the curriculum, they mark it for you, but you do it at home. And that's what I do. I do school at home, but it still gets sent to the actual school to get marked and everything. Like all my assignments and stuff will get sent to that school to be marked. Basically, it's called the Brisbane School of Distance Education. It's for the whole of Queensland, and I'm pretty sure there's one in every state of Australia. I just live in Queensland, so I do the Brisbane School of Distance Education. At the beginning of the year, I'll get a timetable, and there'll be 2 lessons a week and 1 tutorial. In the 2 lessons a week, I'll have to log on to my classes, and kind of the class is kind of through a Skype call. It's called iConnect, and everyone kind of connects to this kind of call that we have. And like the teacher there's like a whiteboard kind of on the screen, and the teacher can put PowerPoints up on there and pictures up there and like draw on it so that the students can kind of understand and kind of see what's happening. And also it's live, so if you have a problem, you can turn on your microphone and actually ask the teacher a question, and all the other kids in the class can hear you, and then your teacher can answer. And I don't know, the system is so clever. You know, there's a button for everything. If you're confused, you can click a little confused like face, and it will appear next to your name, and the teacher will go, oh, okay, Brittany, what are you confused about? And you know, she'll be able to guide you through it. And then also, you know, if you're getting it, you can click the thumbs up button. If you want it to go faster, there's a faster button, slower button. There's also a button to raise your hand. So if you do have a question, you just click the button, and then when the teacher's ready, she'll say yes, and you can ask your question. And yeah, most of the time you don't actually get to see your teacher's face unless they turn on their camera, which is rare. They don't tend to do it in science. Sometimes in chemistry, when we're having an experiment, the teacher will turn on the camera and actually do the experiment, which is awesome because you actually get to see it. And yeah, like it's very different to how people think it's going to be. Also, the school functions like a normal school. So if you don't attend one of your scheduled lessons, the online lessons, you know, your name will be marked on the register that you didn't attend. And if you're sick for a day, or if you can't attend a lesson because you're going somewhere, your guardian will have to send an email to the school saying, you know, Brittany won't be here for these days because of blah blah blah. And it runs the same as any mainstream school would. So those are the scheduled lessons. That's like when the teacher's live and when she's talking to you. The teacher also records all of those lessons. So if you are absent for a lesson, you can go back and rewatch the whole lesson. It won't be live, so you won't be able to actually communicate with any of the students or the teacher. So those are your scheduled lessons. And then for your tutorial lessons, which you normally have 1 a week for each subject, it's an optional lesson. You just go in there if you have any questions, and yeah, you'll have to just ask questions. The teacher will explain it to you, and then you kind of leave when you want. The scheduled lessons are only like 2.5 hours a week. So there's obviously a lot of work that you have to do on your own time and at home. And there's quizzes that have to be sent in every week for some subjects. There's worksheets that have to be sent in for other subjects. You do have to kind of keep up to date. And I guess in a way, there's no real way of the teachers knowing if you're, you know, keeping up to the work, if you're just going on your phone during the lessons, if you're just getting the answers from the answer booklet. But at the end of the day, when you sit the exam, you're going to be tested on your knowledge, and if you haven't been participating throughout the year or the term, it's going to be reflected in your marks. Yeah, you have to be very self-motivated, I think, to do this type of schooling. And I still get all my marks. I'll still graduate at the end of the grade 12. I will still get an OP, as they call it in Australia, which is like your ranking score for the end of your end of school. I'll still get one of those. I'll still pass, I'll still be able to go to university. I'll still be able to do anything that I want. It's just an alternative method to mainstream school. So why I did it, I was at the school for high school. So from grade 8 to halfway through grade 11, I was in this very, very, very academic, kind of prestigious school almost. I applied for a part scholarship and I received one. And they said, look, if you do get this part scholarship, you can't really leave the school. I loved the school I was at year 8 and 9. And then in year 10, I started to struggle a lot. Year 10 was a really, really hard year academically and socially as well, I guess you could say. Academically, I felt like they pushed me so hard in grade 10, probably harder than for me now. Grade 11 and 12 is like grade 10 was the peak of the mountain of like the toughness, I guess you could say, of the schoolwork. And I didn't really cope well to that. And on top of that, grade 10 was also a really intense year socially. Everyone was kind of finding their friend groups. Everyone was kind of very judgmental towards other people, and it was very, very challenging to put up with that, along with all the other schoolwork as well that was happening around me. And yeah, it wasn't like I was struggling academically. I was quite intelligent in grade 10. I did well in school, and it just I think it just pushed me to a point where I couldn't cope anymore. And then in grade 11, I just hated school. I wanted to leave from the second school started. I kept telling mum, like, come on, can I just leave grade 11 and 12? Can I just not graduate school? And she goes, no, like, you have to finish school. And then I found out about this Brisbane School of Distance Education, and I was like, come on mum, please, please, please. And she wanted me to stick out at school. Once I left the school I was at, I couldn't go back because of my scholarship. I wouldn't be able to get the scholarship once again, and I wouldn't be able to go back. So it was a tough decision, and like I begged mum most of the year, and then eventually halfway through grade 11 I said, I can't carry on at school, it's too hard. I just felt judged by people, and I cared a lot about what people thought of me at that time. And yeah, that was basically to my detriment. I was so unhappy because of that, and that is like not a good place to be. You need to be happy with yourself, and you need to love yourself, but at that time I didn't, and that was really, really challenging for me. I find the benefits of doing homeschool is just the social aspect of it. I just found that I was forced into social situations. Like, I was forced to be around people for 7 hours a day, 5 days a week, and that just wasn't working for me. And now lots of people say to me, oh, but like, how do you have friends? How do you keep in contact with people when you're just staying at home all day? And you honestly just find things to do, and you find people to meet. And I've met so many incredible people at work. I've met people in my road. I've met people who do online school. We've connected through email, and there's just lots of different ways to kind of keep social and keep meeting people, I guess you could say. And also with online school, you get a lot more free time, obviously, because there's only 2.5 hours of lessons a week in a tutorial. You do have more time as well, and I get more time to do the stuff that I love. I get time to do more stuff that makes me happy. I'm not just doing schoolwork 24/7 like I was before. I get more time. I can work more, I can blog more, I can do YouTube more, and I can just do things more that make me happy. And that's so important, to do what makes you happy. Also, there's also more freedom with what you wear. Like, you're not constrained by a uniform every day, which is so much better, because I hated wearing a uniform. You can wear clothes that make you feel comfortable and make you feel happy, and you can also do your makeup however you want it. If you're thinking about doing online school, or if you're not enjoying school, please just let me know. Shoot me an email, send me a message. I'd love to talk it out with you, show you the different options that you can do, because I've been down that route. I've looked at every single option possible as an alternative way of schooling, and finally found one that works for me. Your happiness is number one, and if school isn't making you happy, change it. Do an alternative route. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Sorry it was really long and really rambly, but I just wanted to talk. I haven't like sat down and kind of just talked about myself before, I don't think. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you next week. Bye.